why you always call him Mike? And he looked at me. He goes, "Well, your name's Mike, right?" I was like, "No, my name's Ryan." He's like, "Why didn't you change it? Why didn't you tell me?" I was like,
Yeah.
I like short kings.
Short kings.
Not too short.
What's short in your eyes? That's a good question.
It's 5'10", 5'11".
Just from a motivational standpoint, like I want to go play for Sabonis. If you let me, I'll go play for him. He really is a great motivator.
Survive. I wasn't able to tie my shoes. Like it was pretty rough there for a little bit, but yeah, I'm in a lot better place. I'm able to get on the court now, compete.
Tariq, he's the guy who will never give up.
Yeah.
He's the guy with the balls, with the big balls.
My last 2 years where I was actually playing, we did really well, and then my senior year was my best year, the best year in Dayton history. We went 29-2. We were a top 3 team until
It's amazing.
COVID took over there.
Yeah.
What was your favorite sausage in Germany?
You don't have to answer that.
It's time for the Lions Bulletin, where we give you a weekly update for things that are going on and off the court. Today, I am joined by former Olympian, former Lion, Azania Stewart.
The drum roll was needed.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm glad to be here.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm really well.
Yeah.
Really busy, happy, and a lot of great basketball has been going on.
Perfect. First question I've actually got for you is, what was your nickname? Did you have one?
I did.
What was it?
I actually have it tattooed on me, which is Z.
Z.
Yeah. Which
nice.
Very American.
Yeah.
XYZ instead of Z.
One syllable though means
Easy basketball name. How are you saying Azania and then pass the middle? Not going to happen. So Z is my basketball name.
amazing. Now I've got a question about the Olympics. I know you've got an Olympics tattoo, right?
I do.
Okay, amazing. How did that
Do you
hurt
want to see
first?
it? Show and tell?
Yeah, I think you should show and tell.
Okay, sure. It's here. But the Olympics was great. Like I'll show and tell in there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So 9 of us got
Wow.
it done.
Nice.
Yeah, in Oxford Street.
Other 6 were scared.
Just different experiences.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's not their journey.
Of course.
Or that just didn't want a tattoo. So.
Now, one thing that's interesting to me is you played in the Olympics and you also broadcasted at Paris Olympics.
Yeah.
What was it like? What were those two worlds like?
Incredible, especially for the peak and the high of my basketball career. I was still quite young when the London Olympics was here.
Yeah.
What was amazing, it was that it's in my ends. Do you know what I mean? Everyone can pull up, all my family, my friends. And it was really emotional, but a real proud moment for myself. And not only because it's in London.
Yeah.
But yeah, just running out, sold out arena and just representing Great Britain, great. And then a full circle, literally 10 years later.
Literally.
I'm commentating in Paris Olympics.
Wow.
And I did 3x3 and then I did regular basketball as well. Regular basketball, is that even a thing? Basketball.
Yeah, basketball. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I find myself going 5-on-5 and 3x3.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's basketball.
Yeah.
So that was a really cool thing for me to do as well.
Yeah.
To actually now I'm behind the scenes, right? So different kind of journey, a different light on it, but still both fantastic.
What was the hotel like? Was it better than the Olympic?
You talking about the village?
You got the village, but I'm saying which one was better, the village or the hotel you ended up staying in Paris?
The village.
Was it? Wait, the village was better?
Yeah, because they're in Stratford, aren't they? They're actually
just
houses where because I work for the Olympic broadcasts.
Yeah.
There's so many of us, and so they house us out by the airport.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they change. They change you depending where you are and whatnot. But obviously, the village is you're with the whole world. It's not just Great Britain. You're hanging out with everyone. You're going to dinner, endless food, anything you want. Free McDonald's.
Of course.
You don't go there till you're finished. But,
oh, really?
Well, you've just trained for to be the best of everything, and then you're going to ruin it on a.
Usain Bolt had 20 nuggets. Was it 20 or 6 nuggets before he broke the record?
Different. He's 10 seconds. I've got to play for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Different kind of sport. But
of course.
That's true. He did say that.
Nice. And also a little birdie told me that we're inside scoop. So first of all, how tall are you?
Who's this birdie?
I don't know who this birdie is.
I'm 6'4".
6'4". Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Is it hard to find a lot of tall men out there?
Oh, this was the birdie. Okay. The tall men.
Yeah.
I like short kings.
Short kings.
Not too short.
What's short in your eyes? That's a good question.
It's 5'10". 5'11" is the shortest I've...
Some man out there is like, he was telling people his whole life, yeah, I'm tall, I'm 5'11", but really he's a short king.
I think a lot of men get, they're not confident and they should just go up to women. And if you're especially funny, humorous, intelligent, smart conversation, you've got a shot.
Shout out to all the short kings.
Yeah, shout out to the short kings. They're winning anyway.
Yeah, they are winning. Of course.
You're one,
Yeah.
aren't you?
I'm not a short. I'm 6'2".
Oh, sorry.
I'm 6'2".
You're shorter than me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, enough of this conversation.
Sorry, next.
Okay, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so basketball has been great. You did mention that,
Yeah.
right? So let's start off with Wednesday's game against Panionios. Right?
Panionios.
Panionios.
Athens.
Okay.
Let's call them Athens.
Athens. Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Huge win. What did you see from that game that you liked?
Well, I think firstly, Coach Sabonis has been big on defense, right?
Huge,
I've seen him in interviews where he'll just say, we're not good enough defense.
Yeah.
And, so it's clearly a big factor for them. It's something that's on the top of every scout report for them. What I loved about it was the third quarter, they kept Athens to 13 points.
Yeah.
And that's huge when you can keep any EuroCup team down under nearly single digits is incredible. But then also that ignites your offense, right?
Yeah.
Gets you into transition a lot. He went deep into his bench. Every guy pretty much scored. I think it was Goodwin who came off. He only played 3 minutes.
Yeah,
but
of course.
everyone was able to get involved and actually look like they're having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's been their missing part to really excel and step up that next level. But they are 3-4. That's a big win for them. They needed it. And I think they're feeling good.
No, of course. I love watching. I mean, I love the team, first of all, watching them play. But, 2 players that always stand out to me, Cam and Joel.
Yeah.
But if we're to talk about Joel Scott in this situation, I mean, he's so I feel like he's scrappy, rebounds a lot, loves the old fast break, happy to spot up and shoot. I mean, is he kind of showing that he's a bit more of a dominant force on the team now?
Yeah, I really like that he's their solid piece. He's, they have changed their lineups throughout the EuroCup, but he's always started. He's always been in that starting lineup. I just think he's so strong, solid, great body, but also the difference in his game where he's able to stretch the floor. Doesn't shoot the three great, but the ability to do that, but is so good around the key, around the basket, good hands, can pass well.
Yeah.
I really, a really good factor for him. And defenses are concentrating on him, right? They're collapsing in, they're sending doubles. And that's where he's just able to get going. But he's playing really well and shooting 57% from the two. Anytime you can be over 50%.
No, of course. And I love that whenever I watch him play, it's always interesting seeing how the other team reacts to him. Yeah. Because of how annoying he must be to play against. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I was on the other team and it's just like he's literally just like a block. You throw him in the post and now he's just like bullying people. Yeah. You think that it's your rebound and he just appears out of nowhere. Like it's so frustrating to watch.
But what I like about him also is, and he's only a second-year pro. Like
which is crazy.
He's still very young.
Is mad.
So his game, the sky's the limit, right? Which I really like. But also the way he works early. So if I was a younger kid watching, you watch, okay, yes, you rebound, but the positioning of where he gets himself, knowing if the ball's on the right side and he's on the left side, or you would hope that the ball's coming that way. But the way he puts himself in those positions to be successful on the boards, really good.
That's actually sound advice. I feel like everyone...
That's a true vet.
That's a true vet. Yeah, and I was you know what? You're not the only person that I've heard say this about rebounding. Like, it was another guy on another podcast, and he's talking about how
like the trajectory. Knowing where it's going to bounce.
And he was like, when I was younger, no one passed me the ball. He said, no one passed me the ball. I knew I was good. And then I just decided I'm going to go and get the ball. Yeah. And he was like, I just learned how to rebound. Yeah. And the moment I learned how to rebound, everything, like people start passing me the ball because now I've got 10, 15 points on the board.
And true story, Holly Winterburn, who used to play here.
Okay.
So I was a Lion.
Yeah.
And she was getting upset that she wasn't hitting her shot.
Okay.
And she was in this drought or whatever. And I said to her, how do I get my double-double if you don't miss? I need you to miss, but I need you to shoot in the offense so I know where you're going to be, you know what I mean, on the other side or whatever, where we are in this offense. I know you're going to shoot.
Yeah.
But I need you to miss.
Yeah.
Because they don't pass it to me, or the play is for you. She is our superstar, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I need you to miss. So shoot the ball in rhythm. I know it's, your time, and I'm going to go get the rebound.
That's actually such a good thing. Like, what? Damn, you're a real vet. Okay, crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to,
I'm throwing gems.
Yeah, you are. This is good. This is good as well. Like when someone's missing and I just want the ball. Yeah, just keep shooting it. It's fine. Like, no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Talking about the other team, they had I don't know how many fans were there, but they were making a lot of noise. Tell me about the atmosphere. What was that like at the Copper Box?
That was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shout out to them, Athens.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said I commentated the game. I thought they made a great atmosphere. They came in, they have their drinks, their flags, they've got the drums. And what I love about European basketball is kind of like our football culture here.
Yeah.
Where, everyone on a Sunday or Champions League game, they're getting all ready, they're meeting at the pub. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And it's the same with European basketball. When you see Besiktas and you see Athens and all these different countries love basketball. And we, as a nation, haven't really got behind it. Or a lot of people that I've met at the game, it's their first time.
Yeah.
So they come and they're like, wow, this was so cool, man. Oh, I had such a good time, because it's different from football, right?
Yeah.
You could go to a 90-minute game and get 0 goals.
Yeah, it's true.
Where basketball, so much action, dunks, stealing, people diving on the ball, might be a little ruffle, you know what I mean? Boys being boys.
Yeah.
And so that's what excites them. But the kind of how you're born into a team. You know what I mean? I'm an Arsenal fan. I was born an Arsenal fan, where I think that's where our next step is.
Yeah.
To be great and fully love basketball.
No, of course. And you're right. One thing you mentioned there is that they come over and they treat it like football culture. They have a drink in their hand and they're enjoying the game. It just feels like a night out.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool.
Yeah.
And it's just you're in front of sports. They were loud, but it was interesting to see how the home fans in the Copper Box reacted to it.
But that's what we are good at.
Yeah.
You're not better than us.
Yeah.
You're not going to come in here and, come in our home ground. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and I think you don't know it, right? You don't know it until you see it and you experience it. And we're starting to see these different teams come to the Copper Box. And London's a big, melting pot. So a lot of Greek fans, a lot of Turkish, even when we had Turk Telecom the week before.
Yeah.
A lot of Turkish, there's big Turkish community here in London, well, in England, turn up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool too, that I like that not just the London fans are coming in, it's
the fans from
all different countries who live here or travel.
Yeah, saw it at the Zalgiris game as well, which was really interesting.
It was like a home game for them.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
So, and I think just seeing that and understanding that, and even for us to be like, right. Really, it was kind of like an away game for London.
Yeah.
That there was more Athens fans. They were in that nice little corner.
Yeah, and they made so much noise.
I loved it.
Another cool highlight from the game was Ryan Mikesell had his start. He fit nicely back in the team.
Yep.
I mean, everyone went wild for his first
bucket.
Yeah, for his first bucket, which was amazing. How do you feel? How do you see him fitting?
He slotted right in.
Yeah.
Right. He had 8 points.
Yeah.
So tremendous after being off for so long. I really like what he did.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, against Cheshire, he starts. So clearly doing something well. They have something with how they change their lineups. Who knows? We're not Coach Sabonis or
of course,
a coach.
Yeah.
But I really love that. And for him as a player, is confidence building, as a player that after you've had an injury, trusting your body again, getting back into the rhythm, also being in game shape, takes time. And so he didn't look like he skipped a beat. So really happy for him, and also just another body coming off the bench.
Which is great.
And that's where I think London has been tremendous, the depth in their bench.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You mentioned two things, obviously the depth, and then we've also got, the depth and the starting lineup, right? You know, the starting lineup has changed a few times. But obviously we have good bench depth. I mean, how does that affect the chemistry? Does it strengthen it?
Yeah, that's such a good question. Well, I think it's happened from the beginning, right? Where I think if you have a starting five, and then all of a sudden it changes, I think it's harder.
Yeah.
But because they're kind of on their toes, it kind of keeps the competition. You don't know who's going to start. It kind of keeps it in-house, in practice.
Okay.
They're fighting for their spot.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just speaking from
Your experience,
right? I don't know this per se. So that, but also you do lose out on that continuity of the starting five, where I've started games a lot of my career, but I've also come off the bench. So there is good factors coming off the bench because you get to just see the game. It's kind of slower.
Yeah.
You can see the intensity or the not.
Yeah.
How what the flow is. And then coming off the bench, you can be like, right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So there's, ebbs and flows and pros and cons, but it is interesting that he has been changing it up, and it's like, is he changing it up for a scouting point of view? Is he changing it up for how they've played in the week?
Yeah.
They do have a really short leash. You can see he's very intense. If they make a mistake, he's pulling them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of they're on 100. And if they're not on 100, he is it's accordingly.
It's interesting because, with the fact that they do have that short leash, as you were saying, I don't know. Sometimes I would see that as more pressure, but I feel like, as you can speak from a player's perspective, you're in the arena. You're the ones that are actually on the court. You're the ones that are playing. How do you react to that kind that especially when you have a big win on Wednesday, right? You have a huge win on Wednesday. Are you now sitting here like, I don't know if I'm starting that game, the next EuroCup game, or are you sitting there like?
Well, I think it's all out of your control. It's just giving. You have to just play.
Yeah.
Try and be even keeled. Don't get too emotional. I think there's lots of different things in it. I don't think you can get a rhythm when you get pulled quickly. Okay. I think it doesn't matter who you are, female or male. There's an ego there, that you're like, what?
Yeah.
So the space for, mistakes and being great is really small. So it's really difficult. I personally, I find it very hard.
Okay.
But it's not like he's benching them and they're not coming back on. So that's really nice.
Okay, so after that big win, we're now 3-4, and we've got 11 more games to go. One coming this week in 2 days. We're playing GL Borg. I say 2 days, but at the time of shooting this 2 days, right?
GL Bourg-en-Bresse.
That one.
That,
yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah. Anytime I need to say it, I'll just point at you, and then
it's just side note. It's so difficult because these names aren't simple. It's not like a Madrid, a London.
Yeah.
GL Bourg-en-Bresse, and I'm like, oh my god.
And you have to say that all the time. Do you warm up for it, or do you just go straight?
I usually hit up a friend.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, French friend.
Okay.
Or wherever, what country they're from. I'm like, excuse me, how do you say this? Yeah, GL Bourg-en-Bresse.
Okay.
And you've got to give it a French accent to really give it.
My French accent's not very good.
Yeah, sorry.
So I'll stray away from saying
GL. Yeah.
GL. I'll just say GL.
Bourg-en-Bresse. Yes, go on.
We're 3-4. We have a huge win, but we're still on the back foot. How do you keep the energy and the momentum and the motivation? Like, how do you keep that up to still fight for a top place in your group?
I think this is going to be a big test for them coming up. It's really difficult because GL Bourg-en-Bresse is 6-1. They're the top of the table.
Yep, huge.
They have some really good guards, good post players, depth in the bench, top 10 in steals, rebounding. They're a legit team.
Yeah.
Right? So it's going to be a real test for the Lions to make sure they fine-tuned things. They can't have many mistakes. They've been averaging just under 17 turnovers. Lions have, and GL will make them pay.
Yeah, they'll punish
them. So I think this is going to be a really good test for the Lions. But it's EuroCup. I think every game, even for their game last week against Athens, even though Athens had injuries, they had a new coach, they had new players, you still can't take that off. You know, you have to celebrate the wins of great guys. That is a wicked win for us.
Yeah.
Now let's build on that. Where can we get better? And obviously you want to win. So getting that win, and why that win was so crucial is because they moved to 6th in the table.
Yeah.
Now you're talking, obviously a long time, you said 11 games.
Yeah.
But still, you can be happy with that being at the topper part of the table than the lower part of the table. So I think it's going to be a big game. It's at home.
Yep.
And I'm excited for it. I'm on the call. So it'll be me. You'll be at the game, right?
Yeah, I'll be at the game.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. You know, another thing, you mentioned the turnovers, right? The turnovers. Need to clean that up. The free throw shooting. How do we feel about how well the Lions have been from the line? Because, free throws win and lose games.
Yeah, they do. And they're shooting 63% from the free throw line.
Which is...
not good.
Horrible.
You want to be in the 80s.
Yeah, of course.
And I do think it's an issue. Because especially Ratio Fam Ulm, they lose by 1. They miss off the top maybe 4 or 5 free throws. Doesn't seem a big deal, but you lose by 1.
Yeah.
You know, I think this could be an issue for them. And how do you get better at free throws? It's just they just say you in the basket, but there isn't. There's stress. There's, you're out of breath.
Of course.
All these different things. But for me, I'll just give you a shooting.
Yeah, what's your routine?
My routine? I used to spin the ball once. Take 3 dribbles. Take a deep breath. Slow the heart rate. Yep. And then you spread your fingers as wide as you can on the ball. You want all the seams going straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have the ball weird.
Janky.
Don't want all that. Then, nice. Boom.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
And that's it.
What was your best percentage from the free throw line?
I think I was just under 80.
Under 80.
I'm just going to have to ask.
We can take your advice.
Dan Routledge.
Yeah.
He's the stat guy. I think I was like 78 or something like that.
That was your best season?
Oh,
or was that career?
No. I think that was my Lions stat.
Okay.
Yeah. But I wasn't bad.
Okay, good for you. Did you draw a lot of fouls?
63, 50%. I was...
Yeah. No, of course. I've seen some bad.
I never miss. No.
Never.
Let's not lie. I drew a lot of fouls.
Okay, yeah.
A couple and ones.
Yeah, nice.
This is where you insert like my highlight reel.
Yeah, someone should do this. Whoever's there, do it. Do it now. But yeah, no. Obviously, they got to clean up free throws. You need to clean up.
Clean up.
I mean, as you mentioned, we lost by 1 point. If we just hit 2, we're good.
Yeah.
And it's just small margins. So that's why playing against GL, if things aren't clean, if we don't do the simple things like it's as crazy as it is, just boxing out. I mean, we're not the tallest team. We're not the tallest team.
No.
And
there's some footers on this book on breast.
Which is
they've got some 6'9"ers.
Okay.
They've got 6'7".
Yeah.
Right. What the kids are doing. They've got Booth Gatch, who's 6'7".
Okay.
Who's really lovely piece for them. A 3-4 kind of tweener.
Yeah.
Can put the ball on the floor.
Wow.
So I think this will be a new test for them.
Yeah.
I think it's possible. I think they can actually beat them.
Yeah.
Especially with the confidence. They're starting to get healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know if Obi is going to be back soon, but some guys, I think Aaron Rai has finally come into his own. He's been averaging 6 points, but those last 2 games, he's had, I think, an 11 and a 12 game, and then a lovely game on the weekend. I've been waiting for him. He's, an MVP of the British League, and a different style that you see. You see acceleration, right? You see that first step, but he's a deceleration guy.
Yeah. Real, he's playing with
Methodical, gets to the Euro step nicely. The hair's blowing in the wind. You know what I mean? And I kind of had a conversation with him, and I was like, what's going on? Get back to the Euro step, bro. Attack the basket. Why are you passing? And he was like, Z, calm down kind of thing. But what I think it is, he never told me this, but I think it is just a new system and a new coach, a new team. And I think people underestimate how much that takes time to get on the same page, the chemistry, what where am I fitting in to this team? So I think now they're a couple games in, I think he's learned where he slots in.
Yeah.
He's starting, you know, he's an incredible player.
He is. I mean,
really enjoy.
I'm pretty sure I've watched a game where he's Eurostep like 6 times.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how are people letting him do this?
Yeah.
You
and
know?
he kind of, not that he doesn't look like a hooper.
Yeah.
But you kind of like disrespect him a little bit.
Yeah.
You look at him, you think,
he's got the headband on. He just seems really relaxed. He seems chill. Yeah.
But hard work. He's a real nice piece that you.
He loves a rebound.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Works hard, comes in there from behind, gets the rebound,
yeah.
steals, just little small things that aren't statable. And that's the big X factor. And
of course.
I think now that he's in this nice role, this rhythm, and kind of feeling himself. Which
of course.
He should.
It's going to make a difference. And I mean, we did talk about people with quick steps.
Yeah.
Off the bench. Mm-hmm. Someone that I think is going to be key for the GL game.
Mm-hmm. Who's got a quick step?
Tariq. Philip. Right? Tell me your thoughts. Give us your thoughts on his role in the team, which is...
Actually, I don't know if he wants to... I'm going to just say it anyway. I messaged him today.
Yeah.
And I was watching some film. He won the jump ball the other night.
Which was weird.
It
makes sense, I guess.
I wasn't expecting him to win the jump ball. He was much, much shorter.
Yeah.
And he wins the jump ball.
Yeah.
And then he had an and one, which was great.
Yeah.
And then there was a travel or whatever, and I was like, you need an Oyster card for this side of town. Whatever I was saying. But I messaged him and I said, I'm really enjoying this style of play from you. The fact that you can have a veteran piece, you know, GB guard, all of his just accolades, but also his experience coming off the bench. And it was the Ulm game.
Yeah.
The step back.
Crazy.
Nasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, you are playing so well. And I'm just here to say I'm enjoying it. Keep going.
Yeah.
That's it. That's just a nice little message from a hooper to a hooper. Bro, I like what you're doing. And for him to come off the bench, I think he was at a point, he's 41% now from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Still a lovely percentage. Anything around that 41, 45, lovely. Also, like you said, speedy.
It's real speedy.
And
every now and then he surprises us with a dunk. It doesn't feel like a surprise anymore, but I'm still shocked every time.
Yeah.
Like he just like when he splits the pick and roll, and he just like goes straight to the rim. Yeah, I'm just like, whoa. And then he's just screaming so hard. I'm like, bro, it's fine.
And those plays are important, right?
Oh, yeah.
Those
big momentum plays. Yeah.
Yeah, energy, momentum swings.
Yeah.
And you want that. And then that's your vet cutting down the defense and then slamming. What? Crazy.
Yeah.
So really, really happy for him. Obviously, he played with the Lions when I was a player. So built that relationship with him. And now that he's back after a season away, and you know he's dealt with injuries, dealt with different issues, and I feel like he's in fine form.
No, of course. And wanted to ask as well, finally on the GL topic, whatever the result is on Wednesday, what is it going to take for the players, or how would you approach being at this point or being this low in the table and trying to, you know, secure maybe a top 4 spot? You know, is it a game by game mentality, or how are you approaching the rest of the season to really make sure that we put ourselves in the best position?
Yeah, I don't think you can look too ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as you look too far ahead, you lose focus. And I think sometimes it gets so overwhelming that it has to be broken down to smaller moments.
Yeah.
You can't even go to the next game or where you are in the table. It is possession by possession. How can we win small things? And that's what, when I was a player and a leader and a captain, whatever, when I would speak to my team and my players, and I'm like, ladies, it's one thing at a time, and then all of a sudden it's the end of the first, and you go one possession, next, it's end of the second, halftime, okay, where can we move? And that's how small. You can't get too ahead of yourself. You know, okay, you've won a good game, a big game, you bounce back from the Ulm loss.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get to Johnny Big, you're pegged down a couple. So I think for them, I think Sabonis will have them prepared.
I was about to say, he probably keep them humbled.
He keeps them real humble.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't let anyone get too ahead of themselves, but I think just one play at a time and just get some momentum. I feel like they're going to be feeling confident. They've just come off that big Cheshire win in the SLB. They've won their last game in EuroCup. Seems like they're all rolling and firing on all cylinders a go. So
of course. And, you mentioned the SLB as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have won 8 games now. No losses.
Lions have, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Undefeated.
Undefeated. Yeah, top of the table. Okay.
First.
First question is how do you keep this form? Because you've got the pressure coming from guys we're 8-0. We've got to keep this up.
Yeah.
And I mean
I've been through it.
There we go.
When I was on the Lions, we were undefeated.
There we go.
Yeah.
And
hadn't taken a loss for like 150 games.
It's
all the trophies, but they come for you. They come, And I think that's what you're talking about. How do you stay ready?
Yeah.
How do you not slip? How do you keep this perfect number at the top? But you get every team's best performance. You've got the target on your back. You can't mess up.
No.
The room for error is very small. And remember, there are a couple other teams in the SLB that are playing twice a week, but they're playing twice a week, having to travel. It's a lot on the body, and then having to play in the SLB. And the thing is, and I think more than ever this year in the league, anyone can beat anyone.
Okay, yeah.
But I do think they are a complete team and very dominant for SLB. So, but the one day that you get complacent and start slipping is when
you lose it. And what's the secret though to
secret
not getting complacent?
Ooh.
I mean, 150 games is insane, by the way. Like, doesn't matter what sport it is, doesn't matter who it is. 150, no losses.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the secret? What is the secret? That's crazy.
I think preparing the same way.
Not changing anything.
Not changing anything, but also don't. So it's kind of bad. I was going to say 2 different countries, but let's just say you prepare the same way if you're playing number 1 or if you're playing number 10 in the table.
Okay.
So you prepare if it's a big game, don't get too hype and get too elevated and gassed up. And if it's number 10, they're bums. We're gonna roll over them, easy money. And when you get too low, you lose. And when you get too high, you lose because you're over. You know what I mean? The heart rate, everything's pumping, and then all of a sudden you crash. So for me, it's even kill, and that's how I was able to just prepare. I'm playing number 1. I'm playing number 10. And that's what I try to, not only for myself, but to...
What does that preparation look like? So, I mean,
A nap.
A nap.
Yes. You need a nap.
You need a nap.
Sure.
Yeah. What's your pre-game routine like? Yeah. What's that? What was it? Did you change any? Obviously, you're saying keep it same, but, before every single game, is it like, okay, I've got to get him a nap. I've got to eat this. I've got to do that.
I'm a creature of habit.
Yeah?
Yeah, kind of a bit psycho on that, really.
What was your favourite part of your routine? What do you reckon, locked you in?
The nap.
The nap.
Yeah.
You wake up and
I
you're
was so in, I wouldn't miss a nap there. I was with Great Britain and we had a 12 o'clock tip, so we had really early morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So really early, and I had 10 minutes to leave for the game, and I was like, I'm going to do it. And I literally just went and then got up. Crazy.
In the morning?
Yeah, in the morning.
What time did you wake up that morning?
No, I think we had a shoot around too.
No way.
Yeah, it was mad. It's one of those crazy coaches, but yeah.
And
so,
wait,
napping, plenty of water, OD on the hydration.
Yeah.
Obviously food, and then just feeling prepared.
Do you have a secret to napping?
Just kind of being relaxed and just preparation. I think when you're prepared, the game should come and flow.
Okay, perfect. And just want to ask in terms of the SLB, is there an unsung hero of the SLB campaign so far within the Lions? Or
I would have to say still Scott.
Okay.
I think Scott's been solid.
Yeah.
I think you know what he's going to give and be reliable. The Williams, both of them, the third.
Yeah. Williams the third. Yeah.
I think they've been great as well.
Yeah.
Nice energy, good defense, and solid.
So, big news. The BBF have gone into administration.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
I just think really sad. And I've been playing British basketball for a really long time. I think nearly 20 years. So I've seen the peaks and the falls, the ups and the downs. So, but maybe needed to happen. I don't like to really dive into it because I just think that's not above players' pay grade, but all we can do is keep showing and keep proving and performing and putting on a show and building Great Britain basketball. And hopefully the people above and can see that. So I try and stay out of the politics.
Of course.
But there's a moment here for Great Britain along everything. Do you know what I mean? National team are feeling it, and then the SLB. So it's a really difficult time, and I just hope it is figured out.
Well, luckily for you, you don't have to figure anything out.
Thanks.
Next.
Alley-oop it.
Yeah, I was about to say next, we actually have front office, where we'll have Lenz, our CEO, having a conversation with our GM, Martynas.
All right, welcome to Front Office, the segment where we go behind the scenes about the business and the operations of a basketball team and our elite European basketball team here in London. My name is Lenz Balan, the CEO of the London Lions, and I am joined by our general manager. Do you have any nicknames, Martynas?
Not yet.
I'm going to give you one.
Tell me.
The architect. Martynas, the architect Purlys, who is responsible for putting together this incredible team. Thanks for coming and joining us.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Lance. Thank you very much for inviting me here.
Awesome. Oh, first of all, I don't know if people know this, but your brother is a famous podcaster.
I think that my brother is a coach, but it seems that he started to be also the podcaster in Lithuania, yes.
Yeah, and so when I heard that, I went straight to you and I was like, hey, man, you're going to be more famous than your brother.
I don't know, maybe, but I'm happy for my brother. You know that he's find his place, his spot in the basketball community in Lithuania. Apart that, he's a good coach. He started his way to be commentator and podcaster in Lithuania.
Amazing. Martynas, tell us a little bit about your basketball story, your journey. How did you fall in love with the sport, and sort of how did you end up here in London?
I played basketball as a each kid in Lithuania. I want to become the professional. So I was happy that I'm happy that I played for the Lithuanian teams, Statyba, Lietuvos Rytas, Neptūnas, Lietkabelis. Also had 3 years foreigner career experience in Poland, Estonia, China. Then I got invitation from the former NBA player Šarūnas Marčiulionis to become the agent.
Šarūnas Marčiulionis, back left hand.
Yeah, Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, I remember him with Chris Mullin and
yep. One of the famous Lithuanian all-time players. So I became the basketball agent, and I was like 4 years there.
Did you like being an agent?
Next question.
Got it.
Yeah, and then I start my club career in Lietuvos Rytas. So I was with that team 11 years, and then Lietkabelis, EuroCup team, and since last December, I'm here.
You won a EuroCup championship. When did you win it? What did that feel like?
It was incredible. It was 2009.
Yeah,
we won EuroCup with a small budget team. We beat maybe 5/6 bigger budgeted team. It was final 8 in Turin, Italy.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And what about Lietkabelis? I mean, that was your old team. We're going to be playing them on December 4th, right? Away at Lietkabelis. and then they come home. I can't remember the date for that.
February 10, 11.
What is it going to be like to play with your former team? I know they mean a lot to you.
Yeah, we already played with them in preseason game,
Yep.
but it will be different. That game will be special for me, for sure. I love Lietkabelis. I love the part of my heart there, and we'll see.
Amazing. And one of the things we talk about all the time is how do we get all the basketball communities to come be a part of the Lions? Like, we're doing something special. If you're Greek and you love basketball and you're here and come be a part of it. Lithuanian community is obviously a really important one. Why should the Žalgiris fans or Lietkabelis fans become London Lions fans?
Because a lot of Lithuanians here.
Yeah.
First of all, a head coach.
No. Why should they come join us and be London Lions fans?
As the Lithuanians?
Yeah.
I told you, because of the head coach also.
Yes,
we have, first of all, we have Lithuanians. Yeah. So for them, it's more simple to adapt, more closer. But this is the first thing. The second thing, we are creating something special in London. So all Lithuanians love basketball.
Yeah.
So for them, there is a possibility to finally come in London and to join, the high level competition.
Yeah.
To see not only the London Lions, but to see the high level teams from all around Europe.
Yeah.
Big names.
Yeah. How you found in London so far?
I'm okay. Yeah. I'm happy here.
Yeah, good.
I'm happy here and enjoy the life and enjoy to be the part of London Lions.
Yeah, yeah. I think the first thing is, like, you came in, obviously Coach Bozic left to go coach in Japan. Probably the first big decision that had to be made was, like, who was going to be the head coach of our club. You can tell people a little bit about that process and how we landed on the coaching staff, and a little bit about all the guys on their staff and how they get along, and then how they get along with the people who are currently there.
So, it was good that they came last December, so we had a chance to understand the mentality, to know the people from the front office, to understand mentality of the club, of the team, of the total of the British SLB mentality, the rules, what is different. It was good time for me just to see what is possibility and what we have to do together with you and by myself to create a good team for this season.
Yeah, and it's incredible. And we ended up with Coach Sabonis, which obviously is a famous name, EuroLeague level coach, and some amazing assistant coaches. Tell us more about that process, how you ended up choosing the coaching staff that we have now, and
what
a little bit about them.
From last season, that the UK basketball, the London especially, they are more orientated to the NBA, to US basketball. But in fact, that GB UK is a part of the European ecosystem. We decided that the head coach should be that one who had the mentality of the USA basketball and the European basketball.
Yeah.
So, in fact, that Tautvydas Sabonis, he spent his childhood when he was young in the States because of his father. He spent his couple years, he born in Spain.
Oh.
He spent last 7 years in Lithuania together with Žalgiris, and that was, my opinion, the best choice, and that's why he's here.
Amazing, yeah. And then we've got some amazing people on our coaching staff, including an Olympian as well, who I get to sit next to every day, and he teaches me about basketball every once in a while.
Yeah.
Tell a little bit more about the staff, and what did you want to build around Sabonis and Youngblood and Polat, our existing coaching staff, to help him be successful?
Yeah, so probably each head coach, he wants to have his own colleagues, his own assistant coach who knows his mentality, who knows what he wants to create, what pathway. So together with Coach Sabonis, we have 2 assistant coaches. Vytautas Pliauga and Gintaras Krapikas. He's like a sports manager, like more consultant. also a strength and condition coach, Domantas. So we have 4 Lithuanians who were in the same club, Žalgiris club. So they are on the same page. So it will be it. And now we have the situation when, for Coach Pollard, for Coach Youngblood, for our colleague SNC coach Jordan, it's more easy to adapt to the new coaches, and to find out what the head coach wants, what he's requiring, and what he's asking for the players. So all our stuff right now on the same page.
That's right. And I think we've got like an amazing, really professional staff. If anybody came to what our practices look like, they would definitely be able to see the difference, I think, in levels.
That was one of our wishes, to create the professional approach, professional atmosphere. And I'm very happy that all my colleagues, from the last season, they are happy there. Yeah. And we are very happy with all the, starting from kit manager and ending our medical director, EJ. So we are creating. We already create the professional stuff.
Yeah, no. I think it's the camaraderie on the team so obvious. Like it's
travel.
Yeah. It's amazing, and
you see the difference.
Probably, yeah. No, it's amazing. I'd say also, like, just from a motivational standpoint, like I want to go play for Sabonis. If you let me, I'll go play for him. He really is a great motivator.
Survive.
No, I think it's an amazing sort of staff that you've built, which I think is helpful in terms of where we're trying to go in. Now, in terms of building this roster, we have so many great players. I want to start with the British players because I think it's really important for people out there in the ecosystem to know that you've gone out and found some amazing British players and really focused on developing them. Some of them are like sort of next generation new players that you can tell are getting better every day. Give me a sense for like, what was your thought process around finding those great British players who could play at this level and actually taking risks on guys who haven't played at this level and how they're performing so far?
So what we did last season, we just put on the list all availables, British players all around the world, starting NBA and ending, in the third or fourth division and somewhere in Europe. Yeah. So we had a list of maybe 60, 70 players. So we went through that list and we created the shortest list. Of course, we are not able to to sign some NBA players. So our
OG Anunoby wasn't available.
Yeah, we would like, but maybe in the future. So first of all, we created the short list. Then we start to follow them. We contacted the agent. We try to find out what is their situation. What is financial demands, and what if it's aligned to the situation. And step by step, we have the British players, from NCAA as Ethan Price, like ending Tariq Phillip, who was there a couple years ago. Yeah. So we are very happy with all of them.
Yeah. So how would you say, in terms of like sort of the younger players, let's start with them. Amin Adamu, Ethan Price. What did you like about their game, and how have you seen them develop? I think Kieran Sandy, some of our younger players, Matt Goodwin. Curious how what you liked about them, and then how have you seen them develop over the course of the season so far? And where do you think they'll be? And then we'll get to the veteran guys in a second.
First of all, I'm very happy that 4 of our London Lions players, they were like candidates for the GB national team. So that's the big honor to have the 4 players there. Okay, 2 of them were playing for the national team in EuroBasket, but the second thing, So that's something saying about us, about the London Lions, that we are the club who also taking care to develop the local players. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that the next year, the Ethan Price, the Amin Adamu, maybe somebody else will join, will be not the candidate or members on the edge, but they will be the members of the national team, and they will be I don't want to mention the names, but one of the main players there. So I really believe in our players, especially in British players, that they can be better. And Coach Sabonis and all the coach staff doing that. They are developing the players, not only the Americans, but all the locals.
I agree with that. You could see it. You could see how he engages with the young guys, especially whether it's Ethan or Amin. He is really spending time coaching those guys up, and I think it's really a positive thing, I think, for their careers.
Absolutely. We are very patient with them, and we know that that they can develop.
Yeah.
And they are good guys. And I really like the mentality of all of our roster players.
Yeah.
They are such a good guys. They are such a willing to develop themselves. They are listening. They are working hard. They are not. Of course, maybe they have some of them lack of experience.
Yeah.
But I truly believe that with that their approach, they will be really helpful for the GB national team in the future.
And then the sort of more veteran GB players, just curious, Dean Williams, Dean Williams and Tariq Phillip. There's so many of the veteran players like who had success in the past in EuroCup. What do you think about Dean's development and Tariq in terms of what they bring to the team, since they do have European experience and are perennial kind of British, really great British players?
Tariq, he's the guy who will never give up.
Yeah.
He's the guy with the balls, with the big balls. He's the soldier, and he's going through the pain. And he had a small injury a couple of weeks ago, and I can say that he went to our doctor, said, "Don't try to take me out of the practice.
Yeah.
I have to play, and I will play." So that's showing what heart he has.
Yeah.
And that each team need player like this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a thing of him that gives me goosebumps. He makes a defensive play, dunks, and he just screams.
Yeah.
I'm just such a big fan of his energy. It really matches Sabonis' energy on the court. If you want to say, somebody who has the same kind of energy, I'm a big fan of it.
I think all spectator likes to have emotion like he has especially after the dunk. But talking about the Dean, he's different. He's different. He's more calm, but he has such leadership, abilities.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just grabbing all the players, and he's telling what we should do, and he's showing the way of the approach and about the concentration. That's something special, and to have the local players like them, that's good sense for us.
Cool. Let's go into the imports a little bit. How did you decide? Where did you start in terms of developing that roster from, there's a million different places you can go with imports. How did you kind of come through in terms of what was your thought process as you were building the import piece?
Okay, with the foreign players, we didn't have such a big roster, such a big list.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a shorter list. We had a names. We just thought together with the coach what we need.
Yeah.
What. Of course, it's about the money. We can dream about NBA EuroLeague players, but the reality is different.
Yeah.
So our idea was to find players who can be the better, who are not show themselves in international competition, because we are not able to pay the money for the high level players, but. So that's why, Cam, Shavar, Joel, are with us. Ryan, they are players who can be the better, And we signed him pretty early. We didn't announce because of some reason.
Who's him? Which one are you referring to?
We signed Shavar was the first.
Shavar was first. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Shavar was the first, and Ryan was the second.
And why Shavar and Ryan? Why did they come first into you? Was it because of the?
Yeah, we start from the point guard. Point guard is the main guy.
Yeah.
He's a general on the court.
Yeah.
And we had an interview with the coach, with him, with the agent. And we start from him and from Ryan. And
for people who don't know, that point guard position, that's like, I don't know what the comparable thing is in football, but that is the brains of the team, right?
usually he's the smallest guy in the team. Usually he always control the game. He is showing what to do. He is like the brain on the court. He has he should have the best connection during the game of the court with the coach. They all the time they should be like on the same page. So that's very important, connection, head coach, point guard. So Shavar was one of the first choice. And it happened that Ryan and Shavar at the beginning they got the injury. That's the sport. That's the sport. So coming back to our Americans.
Before you get into that, if I had told you that at this point in the season, without Shavar and Ryan Mikkelsen, we'd be 3-4 in EuroCup and undefeated in the SLB, would you say I was crazy, or what would you think?
I didn't think about it. What happened that I'm really optimistic and positive guy all the time, and especially on the summertime, especially when we start preparation, and we start pre-season games. We beat the 2 EuroCup teams. We beat some Lithuanian good teams. We were okay with Žalgiris, close game. We lost like by 3 points, and so in copper box, full copper box, and we were like really optimistic. And then, then like 2 painful defeats in EuroCup. -20 against Budućnost, -20 with something against Beşiktaş. We lost Ryan, we lost Shavar. Okay, it was tough moment. But I'm always saying that through the tough moments, the people get stronger. How you going through that tough moments, and we go through that. We went through that, and we were together. We didn't show the fingers to each other, and that's what doing and what's creating along the line stronger. So I'm pretty sure that through that tough moments, we became stronger.
No, I agree with you. The way the guys respond is like we really have a locker room there's not one bad guy in the locker room. They're amazing guys. So let's go back to like the rest of the guys on the imports. Let's go through. Do you know who Killer Cam is, first of all?
Whom?
Killer Cam. Are you a Cameron fan? He's a hip hop artist. So Killer Cam, for everybody, is Cameron McGusty's nickname. Tell us about Cam. Like, what did you like about Cam early on, and what made you kind of go in that direction?
First of all, Cam, he played in Poland, in Warsaw, in Legia, in the club where I used to play on 20 years ago. So I contacted the president of that club. He was my coach when I was playing.
Wow.
And he told all the best things, about him. So we talk about with the head coach of Legia team, the Estonian head coach. So he said that he never saw such good guy, one of his favorite guys. So we saw how he played on the playoffs. And we were happy that we signed before the finals.
That's right.
So he became MVP of the playoffs, the Polish league, and he's also one of our guys who one of the leaders. What we created the team.
And then let's get into the J3 and who am I missing here? Oh, Joel Scott. Everybody loves Joel Scott around here as well. What was the thought process around those guys, and what do you think they've brought to the team?
More or less the same. Yeah, maybe J3 is different. His experience. He played last couple of years in the Asia, in the Japan. So. But before he left from Europe to the Asia, he played for good team here in Europe for the EuroCup teams. Also, he tried himself in NBA. So he's experienced guy. So together with Tarika, would say that they are guys who experience and who knows the European level competition level.
Yeah. And then we brought in 2 guys, Jason Randall and Carlos Lukashunas. That's his little celebration. I can't get you to do his celebration. I do it after he hits a 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you are semi-Lithuanian.
I am. Lavas. Yeah. How do you? I mean, they came in. They had to fill in big shoes. How do you think they've contributed to the team so far?
So first of all, they are here with us for the temporary contract, because of the Ryan's and the Shavar's injury. Yeah. So we must find we're supposed to find the replacement for them. Yeah. So yeah, we are happy that they are here. They are helping us. Not very easy to join the team from their perspective in the middle of the season, with some reason. But they are helping us a lot.
I mean, you've done an incredible job recruiting, and I think Lions have always tried to find top British players who can play at the European level, but you've done an incredible job recruiting young players. Talk a little bit about what your plans are for creating that pyramid system. In other words, I know that in Lithuania is one of the best talent development places in the world. We saw Zalgiris, you and I were there. We saw Zalgiris at Adidas Next Gen. Why is that important to you as the general manager of the team, and why is that important for the long-term sustainability of the club?
So each big club, each professional club in Europe, have the own youth system. So we want to become the big club. That's right. So we have to create the youth system, starting, the different ages and ending with our main secondary youth team in the second or the first division of England. So we have right now around 130 students.
Yeah. At New City College, yeah.
New City, together with our partners, NCC. Yeah. Okay, coming back, I want to also mention our partners, Westminster University. Yeah. They're helping us a lot with the practices facilities. So we are talking with some of the London's academies for collaborating, and I think in the near future we'll have good news. But for this season, we have plans to participate in next generation tournament.
Well, that's breaking news. A London Adidas Next Gen team.
Yes, that's not official yet, but we are waiting from EuroLeague organization the official information about the dates, the location of that tournaments. We are making some steps to creating the list of the players, and I think I'm pretty optimistic that we will participate there.
So the London Lions participating in Adidas Next Gen, that's a big deal for people who don't know a lot about the ecosystem. First of all, explain to people, what is Adidas Next Gen? Why does it matter? And who are the kinds of players that have come out of Adidas Next Gen, have been discovered from Adidas Next Gen?
Probably last 15 years, the EuroLeague organization organizing the clubs competition each year out of 4 tournaments. In each tournament, in different location, maybe 6 or 8 teams are coming and playing the round system games, and the winner of that tournament going directly to the Final Four
in Athens.
In Athens, this season will be in Athens. Last year was Abu Dhabi.
Yep.
So that's and the age limit is up to 18 years old, not older. So that's that big. That's a very popular tournament around all the Europe. That's a big opportunity to all the players to show themselves together with the club to show themselves for the NBA scouts.
There were a lot of NBA scouts. You know all these guys too. You were introducing me to everybody.
And you also. So we were together last Final for Abu Dhabi. You saw how many NBA scouts there, and a lot of players show themselves. The one of the tournaments where the scouts coming to watch the potential stars, and they are checking them and watching them. So big opportunity. Not only to play against the best European basketball players of their age, but also to be in the Final Four, to participate, to go to Final Four, the men's competitions. That's big deal.
And one of the things that you mentioned about, I think, Adidas Next Gen was that how you want to be a collaborative with the other academies and have tryouts across this piece and then into the summer. Talk about that, and how do you kind of think about making sure that when we have a London Lions or a London team, it does represent London.
So we now in that kind of stage that we are not, as the London Lions, as a club, has enough talented young players to participate and to be competitive in the next generation tournament. So we are very open to all the London Lions Academy to go together, to collaborate for that next generation tournament, and to represent the London first of all.
I mean, I think that's probably, how do we create the next? I mean, Adamo and Dean Williams. We gotta be playing at those competitions. Whether we win or lose in the beginning, there has to be a long-term plan to be committed
Absolutely.
to that sort of thing.
That's the first step.
Yeah,
that's the first step. We have to make the first step to EuroLeague organization, to show them that that we are a serious club. We want to be much more serious in the future. We are doing some step to create a youth program. So that's very important for us, to start this process.
Yes. And then tell me that you need a feeder system to do that. Talk a little bit about why you think, from a basketball performance perspective, it's important for the London Lions not only to have that pyramid at the top, our Division I team, and obviously an Adidas Next Gen team, EYBL teams, but then also growing the pyramid at the bottom. Why is it so important for us to be doing the work?
So we want to develop the local players.
Yeah.
We want the local players, first of all, that in a couple of years they could join the London Lions team.
Yeah.
So there is a big opportunity, to be the part of the London Lions system, and that system we will develop in the future, and to have the same shirt, to have the same the main team, to be the part of the London Lions, to start developing himself, and to reach one day, the main team. So there's big opportunity to fall to all the London kids who are playing basketball, to be the part of our organization.
That's incredible. Final question. Are you going to play in the staff versus coaches games when we get started in January? The people want to know.
I didn't play basketball last 15 years.
I look like I did play basketball for 15 years.
I will try, Lenz.
Well, Martynas, the architect, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Lenz. My pleasure.
Thanks.
It's time for Home Court, where we go beyond the stats, into the stories of the players. And today, my co-host is Abby Kelly. Tell us, Abby, how did you get from New York to the Lions?
Yeah, well, I'm excited to be here chatting with you guys and hosting today. I grew up in New York, essentially Canada, like I was telling everybody. Grew up on the Canadian border in a small town on a small Indian reservation up there. Went to school in Maine, went to a Division III school, shout out Bulletin. Lenz went there too, so alum, that's how we kind of connected. But yeah, I was coaching, I graduated from there, I played basketball there. Amazing program, just like have always been around basketball. Nice. My mom played in college, my entire family played. Even though there wasn't a lot, kind of small town vibe, there wasn't a lot. Yeah, no. It was actually, mostly hockey and lacrosse. Basketball wasn't very big, but always around it. And then went to a Division III school, played there, and then was coaching back at Bowdoin, which was amazing. Wanted to move into a different side of sports, aside from coaching. And kind of got connected with Lenz through Bowdoin, through our alumni network, and ended up here. Moved here a few weeks ago. Came here to London once before that.
You liking it?
And loving it.
Even in the cold?
Oh yes, I'm cold.
Yeah.
I'm always sweating.
From,
this
is nothing.
No, this is summer. So yeah, loving it.
Okay, amazing. And today we are joined by Ryan Mikesell.
Rotimi keeps calling you Mike. I'm like, no, it's...
Bro, it's messing with my head.
Does
anyone call you Mike?
Yeah. It was. I have a funny story. My first year at college, my assistant coach called me Mike. I was a freshman, so I was afraid to correct him. So he called me Mike the entire year until like the last month of the season. One of my teammates goes, "Why you always call him Mike?" And he looked at me. He goes, "Well, your name's Mike, right?" I was like, "No, my name's Ryan." He's like, "Why didn't you change it? Why didn't you tell me?" I was like, "I was a freshman. I didn't want to be that guy."
Yeah, not my place.
So at the beginning of the season, you had a back injury.
Mm-hmm.
tell us, how's it going? It's good to see you back on the court. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a lot better. 2 months ago, I was pretty much down bad. I wasn't able to like sit down. Like this wouldn't have happened. I would have to be sitting on that floor right there with a foam roller underneath my lower back. Yeah, it was rough. Herniated my L5 S1 disc. Yeah, just went and found a spine specialist in London. The team, took care of all that. Met with him. He was able to give me surgery pretty much right away. So we went in. He did what he needed to do, and so I've just been rehabbing for the last 8 weeks. And yeah, I'm back on the court. It feels good. Obviously, I'm now shaking some rust off, trying to get my legs underneath me, trying to kind of build that chemistry with the fellas. But yeah, overall, I feel really good. I wake up every day almost with like a different perspective. Like you don't realize kind of how you take small things for granted, such as like sitting down, having a coffee, being able to just lay in I wasn't even able to lay in my bed. I wasn't able to tie my shoes. Like it was pretty rough there for a little bit, but yeah, I'm in a lot better place. I'm able to get on the court now, compete at a high level, and yeah, I'm hoping just the next couple weeks, couple months, I'm able to just continue to grow and kind of feel a little bit more comfortable out there.
Amazing.
Yeah. Obviously, physically, it's hard to come back from an injury like that or any injury, and the rehab is really hard. PT is like one of the hardest things ever. So physically and mentally, I think people who aren't athletes don't understand how hard the mental piece is.
Yeah.
Tell us kind of about the process for you in that like journey through that.
Yeah, honestly, like I think as an athlete, sometimes you're able to just kind of get yourself to just kind of put yourself through certain things, but mentally you're talking to yourself every day. You have a choice. Like, am I going to wake up and kind of like half-ass today, or am I going to actually, get something out of it? So, for me, that's what I told myself. I was like, all right, this is the cards that I'm dealt. It is what it is. Like I could sit here and feel sorry for myself, or I can, wake up every day, attack rehab for the next 3-4 hours, whatever it is, get after it, and then do it all over again, recover, do it all over again. And that was my mentality the last 2 weeks, is just kind of getting up and kind of forcing myself to do it. And mentally every day was not fun. Some days I wake up and my body's hurting, my back's hurting, whatever it is, but those are just small things that you kind of have to push through as an athlete.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Were there any tactics that you used, like, during that process of like journaling or meditating, or like was there someone you were talking to all the time, a family member? Like, what was that kind of like?
Yeah, honestly, I was just doing so much research about just my injury. I didn't know a lot about it. Like, I mean, I've heard of people having herniated discs, and I know everybody's symptoms are different. Talking to ChatGPT, I'm Googling things. You get down those rabbit holes. You're sometimes on Reddit. Like I'm reading all sorts of stuff, and I'm like, oh my, is this the end?
Reddit's where it's at, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff. Yeah. But then I was just like finding other athletes that kind of had similar injuries as mine, who had the same symptoms. Michael Porter Jr. was dealing with a lot. I know he's kind of in the media for some other stuff, but he was dealing with back injuries his entire career. And he actually had a podcast where he went and talked about his experiences and stuff like that. And I think just doing some research and seeing that like athletes who have had similar issues as what I was dealing with at the time came out on the other end. And I think that gave me a lot of confidence, because I knew kind of my work ethic. I'm the type of person to kind of just put your head down and work, and that's just kind of how I was raised. So yeah, I mean, I think you spend a lot of time by yourself. You read, you watch a lot of stuff, and sometimes good, sometimes bad. So you kind of have to decipher between both of them. But yeah, I mean, I was constantly on FaceTime with my family back at home, just trying to like kill time, just knowing that I was, kind of by myself. But yeah, obviously my wife, she was kind of dealing with some medical stuff back at home, so she wasn't there. So it was, it was just a lot going on at the time, and was able to get past.
So you got back on Wednesday. Yeah. You're in the team, right? You find out you're playing. What's running through your head when you find out before the game? When you're sitting on the bench, like, tell us what's running through your head.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was really like nervous, especially coming back from an injury. I just didn't know kind of how my body was gonna respond. Mentally, I feel like I'm in a good spot. Like I understand basketball. Basketball is what it is, but when you come off an injury, you don't know exactly what's in your bag per se. Yeah. So like what moves you can pull out, what you can't do, what you're comfortable with. So I think that was the biggest thing. I was just like nervous to get out there and like, all right, how's my body going to respond? And then, I was fortunate enough to play in the fourth quarter and make some shots and kind of get that like relief, like, oh man, like, I can do this again. You know? So obviously, I got a ways to go, but still, just once again, give myself a lot of confidence. Kind of proud of myself to kind of reach that milestone again and kind of go from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I wear this like Whoop band, and I know that was just my heart rate was just beating. But
no, of course,
it was fun. Like I think that's gonna be the biggest thing when I'm done. I'm sure you can probably attest to this. Like when you're done playing, is like having those like pregame jitters, the nervousness, stuff that like. I mean, we play games, so like technically it doesn't matter, but like it matters in the moment, like just something worth playing for. So I was excited.
Yeah.
No, of course. Tell us about your time at Dayton and obviously the program. How serious was it? Was it intense?
Yeah.
Talk to us. Describe it for us.
Yeah, it was super intense. I mean, it was super intense. Like I thought I worked hard in high school, and then you get to college and it's just like poof, like figure it out. And I'm this tall, skinny white kid who like, I'm pretty athletic at the time, but physically I'm just not able to keep up with that sort of level. So my first year was a lot of just development. I was in the weight room. I was drinking protein shakes, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches just to put on some weight. And I was able, going into my sophomore year, I was able to put on about 20 to 25 pounds. And so I was able to physically start to kind of handle some of that. And so my sophomore year, I had a good season until I had some injury issues, ended up having to get 2 hip surgeries. So I sat out my entire junior year. And then we ended up getting a coaching change too. So it was just like a lot going on. And then my last 2 years where I was actually playing, we did really well. And then my senior year was my best year, the best year in Dayton history. We went 29-2. We were a top 3 team until
that's amazing.
COVID took over there.
Yeah. Tell us about that. Do you feel like you have a little, I know you said you were a little far away from it now, a little more removed, but I don't know. Do you still feel a little bit of like frustration?
Yeah, I mean, I still think we would have won the whole thing. I mean, we had the best player in the country, Obi Toppin. We had just a bunch of guys that knew their role. I mean, it definitely still stings a bit, but it is what it is. Like, I mean, I remember I was doing some podcasts afterwards, and people were asking me like, would you have rather gone to the NCAA tournament and played a 16 seed and lost, or not have played like the NCAA tournament at all? And I was like, I still would have liked to have played the NCAA. I don't think we would have lost a 16 seed or anything like that. Yeah. But no, I feel for the fans though, because that was, I mean, I don't know if they will ever see a team like that again.
Yeah.
Especially with the NIL, teams change all the time in college.
Yeah.
It's just the landscape of college basketball is so different. So I feel for the fans, obviously for me and my teammates too. But
no, of course.
Yeah.
Obi obviously went to the NBA. What was it like seeing other players not necessarily go to the NBA, but they ended up going to Europe? Was that a shock to you? Was it something that you imagined as well for your career?
Yeah, I mean, so growing up, I always wanted to play college basketball. Like I said, when I got to high school, I was like, oh, okay, I can definitely play college basketball. And then once I got to college, I didn't know if I was going to be an NBA guy or having to go to Europe, but I knew I wanted to try something. So with COVID and everything, that kind of shut down all my NBA workouts and stuff like that, because I did have some interest, with summer league and some like NBA workouts during the summertime, but with COVID, they shut all that stuff down. So I didn't really get an opportunity to do any of that stuff to kind of prove myself. So Europe was kind of the only route for me. But yeah, watching a guy like Obi in practice, you knew right away. He was like, yeah, this dude's a league. Like he's coming into practice, just no stretch at all, throws it off the backboard between his legs. Like it's just some things you just can't coach or teach. And he was one of them players. Yeah, I'm super happy for him. I was able to actually, last year they played in Paris, and I was able to take a train from Heidelberg to Paris and watch this game. We hung out with him and his fiance, so it was a lot of fun just to catch up with him. Obviously, he's super busy with the NBA season, but for him to be kind of on this side of the pond was really cool.
Cool.
Yeah. What did you learn at Dayton, or even just growing up in basketball, that you've brought over here, and then we can transition into you playing overseas and stuff?
Yeah.
But, what's the biggest lesson you feel like, whether it was you learned the hard way, or just kind of what you took there and now you kind of implement here?
Yeah, my coach, Coach Grant, the second coach that when I was there, he was really big on like be where your feet are. Like I still in my head I have him saying it to us all the time.
I have a bracelet.
Yeah, like what does that mean? But like when you think about it, it's just like being present, being in the moment. And I think especially as overseas players, it's easy to like kind of look into the future or look into, you know, next season or the following season or the next game. I think just understanding that like, okay, today I'm going to be, you know, locked in, whatever that is, whether that's in practice, whether that's being a good friend for your teammate. Maybe you're going to have dinner, you're just locked in on the conversation. Or like for me, my wife, like even if I have a bad practice, if I come home, I can't let that translate. You know, she's not the reason why I had a bad practice, you know? So you got to be able to just kind of just be where your feet are, be in the moment. And yeah, I mean, I think that's just the biggest thing is try to be as present as possible and then try to make every day as best as possible. And then after that, you know, figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Special.
I just, again, a random question. You seem so chill. Like, how are you so, I don't get it, bro. You're just so like relaxed all the time. Like, you got, it sounds like, it's almost like, with everything, obviously, the injury at the beginning of the season, now you're playing and you're in a completely different city.
Yeah.
How do you stay so composed? You sound like you're present, basically.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to be present because you're present. Otherwise I'll get lost.
No, I just think, I think that just the older you get perspective. I don't want to sound like this old head because I'm only 28, but like, I don't know. Like, I just remember like my first year as a overseas player, like I was just so, I didn't know anything and I was just so like in the moment for everything. And after the season, you kind of reflect and you're like, oh wow, like I made it through, you know, because there are times like where you're scared, you're nervous, you're feeling all these emotions, but you kind of just have to let your feelings feel. And then after that, then kind of move on from it, if that makes sense. I don't know. like, and I just think the older I've gotten, the more I've realized that like, life isn't really that serious. Like, you know, have fun. We're all, you know, we're not going to make it out of here alive. So you might as well enjoy every day and, you know, try to make the most of it. And with the people you're with, I think that's been the biggest thing for me is like I'm over here 10 months out of the year. I'm away from my family and my friends. Like, I just want to have a good experience with my teammates and I want them to have a good experience too, because that'll then just create better chemistry off the court, but I think that also translates to on the court.
Of course.
At least like the teams that I've been on, the good teams, like generally we have a good feel in the locker room and that just, you know, translates.
Yeah. Anything from the UK that you've tried, like food-wise, you're like, oh my, this is the best. Like a good jacket potato.
No, honestly, people have been telling me about the Sunday roast and I still haven't gotten to a Sunday roast. So I think that's number one on my list. What's the roll at Borough Market that people always talk about? It's all over TikTok. I think it's sausage roll. You know what I'm talking about?
You're asking me.
Come on, man. You're from London.
Yeah, I know, but you're saying
a
like
TikToker.
Yeah, I'm not a TikToker. Watch.
I don't know.
Ow.
I don't have a TikTok. No, it's no.
I mess with all
You were born in 01. Of course, you're a TikToker.
Okay.
But what are some like we had? Oh, I did have a full English breakfast.
Full English breakfast, good.
Yeah.
Did you
honestly,
have the
beans on toast was like I was like. I don't know, but I did it.
Yep, I had some.
Dean talked me into it. Me, Dean, and Joel, we all went and got some, and it was really good.
Okay, that's good.
Nice.
That's good. So you had the beans on toast. I don't know what this sausage. I know what sausage roll is.
Yeah, it's at the Borough Market. I think I saw it on TikTok.
But there's sausage rolls like everywhere. Like you should go to Greg's, for example. That's like a staple.
They have the. Ethan was telling me, what are those steak bites?
Steak bakes.
Steak baked.
They're good. I like
What's
a steak.
that?
You've never had a steak bake?
No.
It's a pastry.
Yeah.
With like, I guess it's some sort of like kind of gravy.
Okay.
Saucy in it, and it's got like bits of beef in it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That sounds great.
It's amazing.
Yeah, the British guys say it's like
It's
when they were growing up, it was their go-to.
Yeah.
Chicken bake's good as well.
Okay.
But you want steak bake. People love the sausage rolls. They're known for their sausage rolls.
Okay.
Right. I think a lot of people like the sausage rolls.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely recommend.
Yeah. So pigs in a blanket, that has a different meaning to me from home, like from the US. What is it here? Is that
I
what
think it's the same. I think it's because
Is
I
it?
had that question before. Yeah.
Is it?
It's
Just
just a
bacon
sausage. It's
on
like
a
a mini
sausage,
sausage wrapped in bacon.
Oh, wrapped in bacon.
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you? Was
So we have pigs in a blanket at home that are the little sausages, but they're wrapped in like a crescent roll. You know, they're like
okay.
Is that like a North
Croissant.
New York thing?
It's probably yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds good though. I'd try it.
Oh, bro.
I'm like a foodie though, so I like to try different things.
Yeah. What are your favorites?
Honestly, in London, it's almost overwhelming how many options there are. Like you go on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, Uber Eats, you're just like, I literally whatever sounds good, I can get. Like it's just on your phone.
Yeah.
So it's a little overwhelming, but I was really surprised by how many like barbecue places you guys have here.
Interesting.
Is that a new trend or something?
I've actually got a better question though.
Okay.
Right. Okay. I don't know if it's a new trend.
Okay.
Right? But obviously in Germany, yeah. What was your favorite sausage in Germany?
I don't know.
You don't have to answer that. That's crazy. Okay, so
I didn't eat a lot.
they're in his ear about
Yeah,
they're in his ear about
I
sausages.
heard them.
I'll be honest with you.
I heard you guys laughing through the door.
What made you come to London? Why London? Why the London Lions?
Why the London Lions?
Is it the name? Is it the crown? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, you guys have a huge history here. I mean, it's a great city. London Lions, you guys, obviously, was it 2 years ago, the Euro Cup run you guys had? Yeah, I remember watching. I was actually in France at that time. I remember watching you guys play Paris and just like to see kind of the crowd and the fans and everything and just the organization get to that level. And obviously running into to Paris, that was a train. That was just incredible. They were beating everybody, even in our league. So, yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of history when it comes to London Lions, but also the city. London is arguably the best city in Europe.
The best.
The best, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was just easy transition for an American to come over to Europe. I had lived in France and in Germany, and so I was just excited to go to a place where the culture is a little bit more similar to America in a sense. So, yeah, I mean, obviously talking to Sabonis and Martinez about kind of what their vision was, talking to them and kind of seeing where I would fit into that vision made a huge difference. And yeah, here we are in November. So
yeah, you guys are trying to, build something special this year and kind of do something that no Lions team has done. What do you, kind of your final thoughts? What do you feel like you're contributing to that, and what do you hope to accomplish this year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously on the court, I haven't really been able to do as much as I would have liked, but I think just being a good teammate for the guys that are on the court and competing at a high level, and then now that I'm able to now get on the court, I hope to just to be consistent and be a winning piece for the organization. I mean, at the end of the day, just impact winning the way you can, whether that's playing defense, making shots, being a good teammate, getting the water bottles for the guys, whatever it is, just trying to elevate this organization to as high as we can go, and then kind of see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I think the Lions fans have a lot to look forward to. Obviously, we've had some injuries and stuff this year with guys starting to come back. I'm hoping we can start to kind of get on a roll here. Obviously, we have a huge game this week against Borg, so hopefully we can kind of go out there and compete at a high level and, see if we can get a win at home.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Great having you on. This was good. I feel like I've been enlightened.
Yeah.
Enlightened?
Yeah. Appreciate you having you on.
No, I appreciate you guys. It was a fun podcast. It's my first time doing a pod in the studio, and I feel really professional.
Hey, man, hopefully we'll have you back.
Yeah, for sure.
It was fun. Thanks.
Yeah. No, appreciate you guys. Yeah.
Thanks.
Awesome.